Hey everybody, I'm Delilah Taylor and I'm with Virtual Party Stars, the creator of Virtual Party Stars, and we're going to get going here in just a minute with the 5 bad habits of network marketers and how to avoid them. So give me just a second and we'll get started here. Make sure we've got everybody here watching. Whoops, turn that back off. And oddly enough, my Facebook just went out. There it is. Okay. We are going to talk about the 5 bad habits of network marketers and how to avoid them. Also, in today's training, we're going to tell you how to get 3 parties that won't cancel within 24 hours. You are going to be amazed, and this is going to skyrocket your sales. So I hope everybody's going to get something great out of this. I know you guys are going to love it. Now, to give you a little bit of info about me, I have a internet shopping show, which is called Small Biz Saturday, Shop Small Biz Saturday, and it's a show where I broadcast live across YouTube and Google, and it showcases direct sellers who get to broadcast their stuff and sell it live on the air on the internet, just like this, which is fantastic for you guys. And I started that because I used to be a direct seller. And I remember packing my car up with 3 or 4 bags and going to a party and getting there, and only 1 or 2 guests would show up, or I would be on my way to the party and the hostess would suddenly call and cancel, or they would cancel a few days in ahead of time, or racking my brain trying to get a hostess to begin with. And I was always told, hey, you can work from home, you can make all this money, you can do all this stuff. And the longer I did direct sales, it was like, well, okay, I'm getting the parties, and there were parties that I made a whole lot of money at, but then there were others that would cancel suddenly. I was tired of lugging all this stuff around, and I started looking around at my upline, and most of them were telling me, oh, we're going to make this amount of money and this amount of money, and we're going to do this, and your sales are going to be that. And they were still working 40-hour-a-week jobs, even after they had been in the business for 3 or 4 years. So I was like, well, where's all this money I'm supposed to be making? And how am I supposed to be quitting my job and working my own hours if you still can't make this work? And then, I was really missing my family because the parties themselves would have to be on nights or weekends because that's when most people were home and available to have parties. That was also the time that my family was at home. So I was missing time with my family. I wasn't making the money that I was supposed to be making. I was having a hard time getting the parties. And finally, I thought, well, there's got to be a better way of doing this. There's got to be a way of doing this online from my house. I don't have to lug all this stuff around and not have to leave home to do it. And after taking numerous classes from marketers and coaches and marketing trainers, I finally devised a way to get all the parties online, make them profitable, make it where they wouldn't cancel. I'm not having to give away my profits in catalogs and freebies and all this other stuff. And I get to sit here from the house and do my parties. And then I was like, well, everybody else should have this opportunity. So I wanted to bring this to everybody, to all you guys that are having that hard time, so you're not having to spend that money and lose your profits and sales and everything else and go through all those difficult moments that I did and make all the mistakes that I made, and get your parties going, get your business going, get you adding teammates, and get to do it all from home. because I don't leave home anymore. I don't lug around anything. I don't pay to get catalogs and freebies. I do all this right here from my house, right here with my computer. I'm sitting on my couch right now. So, you guys ready to get going? Okay, fantastic. Here we go with the 5 bad habits of network marketers. Now, when I started in direct sales, and I've been in a number of direct sales companies, a lot of them sound a lot alike, especially in their marketing plan. And it's called uh, finding your warm market. And your warm market is selling to your family and friends. That means that you get started in business, you're all hyped up, you're ready to go. They're telling you you're going to make all this money, bring all your family and friends to your first party, and you're going to make all these sales, and you're going to get 2 or 3 members. And so you get on the phone and you start calling your family and your friends and having them come over. Some of them will show up, and some of them won't. Some of them will buy, and some of them won't. The problem with warm market is, okay, say you're selling weight loss products. What if everybody in your family is skinny? Say you're selling candles. What if everybody in your family or a large portion of your family or friends are allergic to different scents and things? They're not going to buy it. So you may have a ton of family and friends, but that doesn't mean that they're interested in the same thing that you're interested in. I can't tell you how many friends I have that love to cook. They've ordered a ton of all this great expensive cookware that they absolutely love. I hate cooking. I despise it. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I love to eat. That's why we're great friends. They cook it, I eat it. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to buy anything from one of their cooking shows. For them to call me over is really a waste of time. And they all know this. I mean, I'm pretty open with them about it. But that's the problem with warm market selling. So you want to avoid doing the warm market sales. So now you're like, okay, Delilah, well, what am I supposed to do instead? Well, that's where target marketing or niche marketing comes in. Think about what you're selling. What group of people is going to be most interested in what you're selling? My target market is working with direct sellers and network marketers. That makes it simple, helping them get out of their car and get online and still make a profit and be able to make enough of a profit where they get to stay at home all the time, just like I do. That's what I do. Now, maybe you're selling skincare. So instead of running around to all your family and friends that have perfect skin, that have specific products that they like, sure, you can mention it to them that you're selling it, but find people who need skincare products. So you may want to start looking into online communities about skincare, not necessarily the same brand that you're selling. Or you can start your own Facebook community and give skincare tips all day long about staying out of the sun, what foods are healthy for skincare, and every now and then slip in something about, I have this product if you have sunspots that will correct this and even out your skin tone. Same thing with, let's say, cookware. There's tons of people who are interested in cooking. Start a community about cooking and giving out different recipes and how you can use those recipes. And every now and then say, I use this when I'm making this recipe, or I use that when I'm doing this recipe, and it's fantastic. Give me a ring. That's how you do that. Instead of scaring off your family and friends to the point where they're afraid of answering their phone or listening to your phone calls anymore, start your own community or get in other communities that are on Facebook that are going to be interested in what you have to sell. All right. So stop the warm markets. The next thing is freebies. And I know a lot of your companies are telling you, well, give out these sample packets and give out catalogs to all these people. When I first got it in direct sales, I made up little goodie baggies and took them around to my doctor's office. I took them around to my dentist's office. I took them around to all these places and started handing out these goodie bags. Made sure I had all my contact info. I was giving out catalogs. I was giving out all this stuff. And then I was having to pay to replace it. I never got one single phone call from these same people that I had known for years. They were like, okay, that's really nice. And the next time I walked into those offices, you know what they said to me? Hey, you got any more of those free samples? Yeah, they didn't want to buy it. They just thought all this stuff was free, so they just kept wanting it for free. Like it didn't cost me anything. They never would book a party. So there's the problem with giving out freebies. Because when you do that, people think it devalues your company because anything that's free isn't worth anything. I mean, think about it. Seriously, if I come to you and try to give you a free car, you're going to be like, what's wrong with it? Why are you giving this to me? So stop giving away freebies. Either that or you have people that always want everything for free. If you give it to them for free over and over and over, they just want it for free. Now, there is a way to use your freebies. And what you do is you always want something in return for your freebies. Like at your parties, say I'm standing there and I'm at a party and I'm like, okay, I'm selling, or I've got gadget #1 here today, and this is our highest seller, and it does this, this, and this, and it's going to make your skin look this, this, and this. It's going to make your life so much easier that you're not going to have any more problems. On top of that, I have these 3 gizmos. I only have 3 gizmos. So the first 3 people that get gadget #1 is going to get this free gizmo to go with it. So whoever gets it first, the first 3, they're going to get this gadget, or they're going to get this free gizmo with the gadget. After that, they're gone. So you can give those things away, or if you're selling, let's say skincare again. Okay, order this today. This is the fantastic skincare. Order it today. You're going to get it in about a week. Here's a sample packet to get you started on it tonight. And by the time you finish the sample packet, your order should be there. But that way you're just not handing out sample packets to everybody and trying to force your items onto people. They're having to purchase this item in order to get the freebie. So that's how you handle that. So you can stop giving away your stuff. And catalogs, at the beginning of a lot of the parties, I would tell people, hey, I'm running low on catalogs, so I try to recycle these as much as they can. If you're not interested in taking it home, please give it back to me. If you do want to take it home, by all means, it's yours. Most of them will give them back. And I could reuse them over and over. Save a tree, save the paper, let's reuse this over and over. And I would recycle those repeatedly. And then later on, if somebody says, hey, I want a catalog to take home to my sister, you could give them an out-of-date catalog that you just weren't going to use anymore. So you're not spending all that money and replacing all these items and not getting anything in return. All right. The next item, #3, is what I call slammertize. We're taught by a lot of our upline that, hey, everybody's on Facebook. You got to be on Facebook too. You got to start a Facebook fan page and post all these pictures of your stuff and post all the pictures of your stuff to all your friends. You know what that is? That's advertising. You're just posting pictures of everything over and over and over again. And most of the time, it's not even pictures of you, it's pictures of your company. So everybody's getting used to seeing pictures of your company, but not of you. And then all your friends keep seeing you just post the same stuff over and over and over. And it'll get to the point where they just ignore your notifications. They don't want to see it anymore. It's like commercials. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I hit the pause button during a TV show and go run and make myself a sandwich or go to the bathroom or do whatever I'm going to do. And by the time I get back, I can fast forward right through the commercials and pick up on my show right where I left off. So I can skip over right all of this. Yeah. So advertising, slamming your pictures on Facebook and all that stuff, it's not doing you any good at all, except driving customers away. So what you want to do in return is called relationship marketing. That's where, remember I told you with the niche marketing, you're going into these communities and you're getting to know people who have the same interest or something that's close to the same interest as what you're selling. You don't want to slammertize these people. You want to put up a question in your community. Hey, does anybody ever have a problem, skincare problems with this? Or do you have weight management problems with that? How do you get this smell out of your home? You know, and let people love to answer questions. They love to help you solve problems. So pose questions for them and then as they start answering, start asking them more questions and get to know them. Truly get to know them, because the more you talk back and forth, you can say, well, okay, eventually you can tell them, well, all right, I'm selling this, and it helps with this type of problem, but I haven't ever tried it on that, so maybe you want to try it on that, or we can try it on this, and they'll start to learn what you sell and what you do and become interested in it. And that happens fairly quickly, but you're just not slamming them over and over and over with your information. Because think of it this way, if you and I met for the first time and I walked up to you and you said hello and I said, hello, my name's Delilah Taylor and I teach people how to make money online. Do you want to make money online? You would look at me like I was insane. I don't even know you. Maybe you hate being on the internet. Why would I even say something like that? You would think I was crazy. So get to know your customer before you start slamming them with what you're selling. Because if you're just slamming them, you're just taking them off or weirding them out. Don't weird out your customer. Okay? Now, number 4. Email advertising. Same stuff. I was always told to get email addresses. Get their email addresses. The money is in the list. The money's in the list. The money's in the list. Well, for one, I hate writing emails. And even worse than that, I hate receiving emails. Or at least advertising emails. If you've got something personal to tell me, fantastic. I want to hear about it. But if you're just sending me emails saying, hey, save 99% today, go to this email address or go to this web address. No, that's why I have a spam filter. And most of us do. We still get emails that slip through, but it really gets annoying. And a lot of you that have companies that are completely online, be careful about it, because if your customers are ordering from your online web address, a lot of companies now are slamming your customers with emails that are addressed from you. And it can really tick your customers off because they think that you're sending them emails 3 and 4 times a day. They're getting bombarded by emails, and you're losing sales and losing customers by this. So, how do you get over the emails? Well, quite honestly, email marketing is a lot like telemarketing. People are sick of seeing it. They don't want to have it anymore, just like we don't want to get those annoying phone calls during dinner time. So what you do is social messaging. Get to know your customers at your party. And one of the very easiest things to do at the beginning of the party is say, hey, guess what? Right here, I've got this sample packet of Gizmo #1, and I've only got one of them. You can find me on Facebook right now as Delilah Taylor, and the first person who sends me a friend request at this party is going to get this right now. You can do that right there in front of your live group of people, or you can do it in an online party that you're doing for somebody else. So, hey, they have a reason to be your friend. And all these people are going to start trying to friend request you. And you know what? That's a great way to do it, because as soon as you friend request them, or as soon as they friend request you, you can accept the friend request, because that's how most people talk nowadays, is through social messaging. They don't want to give out their personal information, such as their phone number, their address, their email address. That's personal. But social media is okay. And you can message them, and they know who you are, and they can see your pretty face on your profile picture, and it reminds them of who you are, so you're not just some weird name calling them out of the blue that they talked to 3 months ago. And they're going to talk to you back and forth, just as easy as can be. And you can bring them to your online parties, or let them know about the special sales that you have going on. Bright idea, huh? Yeah. Use your social media, because people are much more open and inclined to it, and will be much more relatable to you with your social media. All right. Now here is the part that everybody wants to know. I'm sure you all want to know how to get 3 parties within the next 24 hours. 3 parties that will not cancel in the next 24 hours. I'm going to tell you the easiest way in the world to get a hostess is to be a hostess. Oh, excuse me. Let me get a drink here. Okay. And the easiest way in the world to have a party that won't cancel is to have an online party. So, you want 3 hostesses. Go into one of the communities with the direct sellers, because you know they are slammed out all the time. And I'm going to screen share with you here for just a minute, because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, everybody, take a peek here. Let's see. Let's move down here. This is what I call slammertising. See where all these people have listed in this advertising community? You can send a message or post something on one of these places. Hey, I see that you sell that. I sell this. Would you like to swap parties? And especially if it's one that does online parties and stuff, a lot of times they'll be willing to do that. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, especially if you've tried an online party before, you're like, well, I've done online parties and they just aren't making a lot of money. That's the big difference. You have to know how to do the party to make it successful. So you line up 3 different hostesses, and those other direct sellers, a lot of them will jump at the chance to have an online party. So you're going to do a party for them. They're going to do a party for you, and it's going to be an online party. The big difference is you're going to hold your party with a Facebook community. You go to Facebook communities, create a community, and invite that person to it. You should have made them a friend by now and been messaging back and forth, and invite that person to it. Make them the hostess of the party, and you can make them a moderator or something of that community. At that point, they can go in and invite their friends, and you let them know, hey, only invite your top 20 customers or the top 20 people that you think are going to be interested in buying this. They can use their customers, they can use teammates. Let them know I'm going to be doing some special sales for you guys that I don't do for my standard parties. There's going to be some deep discounts, but I can only do it with a limited amount of people. So really just only invite your top 10 or 20 people. And when they invite them to that community, have them go in and message each one of these people that they invited, so the person knows that this is something special, that they're invited, they're going to get some deep discounts. And the great part is you can make it a private community, and you can message these people directly, or you can message all of them at once. So you can build them up all week long with some Facebook games, some things that are going on. Show them a few pictures. If you're really saucy, you can do a little video for them, video demonstrations, and then hold the party on one day. Let the party build up for a week, get them all in there, get them built up, build up some party sales by doing some games and things, and then hold it on one day. These online parties that are stretched from this week to that week, that's where a lot of people mess up. It has to be a limited time. They only have so much time to get those deals, because if they can wait for a week, you know what? Those customers are going to wait for a week. They're going to wait till the very last minute, or they're going to forget about you completely. So you want to do it in one day, let them know which day it's going to be, from what time to what time, and make it specific, and then hold it on that day. And you can run it through Facebook Messenger. You can run it within the community. They will know what's going on. They're excited to be there. You'll start making sales before it is over. And the great part is, once your hostess already has all those people in there, there's no cancellations. Even if the hostess doesn't buy a thing, or doesn't even show up on party day, or you never hear from your host or hostesses again, guess what? You still have all those party guests in there, and you still get to make some money. And you can also build up team members and other online parties from the guests that are in that online party. It is a phenomenal way to get out of your car and get online and make a true work from home lifestyle. So you don't have to keep spending all your nights and weekends away from home like I did. You don't have to show up at those parties that only has 3 people at it, if that. You don't have to be on your way to a party and the hostess call and cancel on you for some silly reason, or not answer the phone when you try to call and confirm the party. Had that happen too. I mean, it was just one thing after another. You don't have to worry about buying all that stock and all those catalogs anymore. You do it right here from your couch, and you're all set. How fantastic is that? Now, as I told you, there are a lot of specific ways to go into everything. And what I have going on is I teach people how to do a true work at home system. And the system is going to start with learning your target market, how to define your niche market, what to say on those Facebook posts to get engagement, how to build engagement during your parties, how to turn your party customers into party teammates, how to build the Facebook communities, how to do the games that build the engagement so people are involved with you, how to run the one-day parties. And I'm going to be teaching all that, not just talking about it, but screen sharing with you, going through a direct tutorial with you through a new Facebook community that I've started called Virtual Party Stars. Now, in Virtual Party Stars, this is where you want to be, because this is where you grow your sales, grow your team, and learn that true work from home system. What you get with the Virtual Party Stars is I post a brand new video tutorial every single week. So you will get to see everything and understand it. Now, once a month, we're going to have a live webinar for the community, and you'll get the chance to do Q&A live with me. How fantastic is that? And if you can't make it, it's okay, because there'll be a recording so you can watch it at a different time. Also, within the community, you get to ask questions at any given point. I mean, if you got a party coming up and you don't know how to do something, you can ask the question right there in the community and get an answer from me or other community members who have done that, and get instructions and get help and get advice all the time, 24/7, from the other community members and myself. You'll also have instant access to all the videos, all the webinars, all the time. So if you got a party coming up and you're thinking, oh, Delilah did a video on this part 2 weeks ago, but I don't remember the video, you go right in there, the video will be right there, and you get to watch it all over again and look up the part. So you'll have instant access to all the videos all the time, even the previous ones. I won't take them out. And then you'll also be the first ones notified when I have open slot dates for the Shop Small Biz Saturday show. So you will get first dibs to come on my live internet weekly show. That is fantastic. Now, I'm sure you're also wondering, okay, well, that sounds great. How much is it? Well, I'll tell you, it's no big deal. It is $19.99 a month for the first 20 people. So the first 20 people that get in get it for $19.99 a month. After that, it's going to go up to $24.95 a month, which is still a fantastic price. But get in now at that $19.99 price. I'm doing this as an introductory offer. So, and it's going to last until those first 20 sales are gone, or July 1st, whichever comes first. But I'm betting the first 20 are going to be gone pretty quick. So be the first one to get in there. I've posted a link for you here on the Google page or on the YouTube page. So you can jump on that now. It's a PayPal link. And what happens when you pay your first $19.99, and it will lead you directly to the Virtual Party Stars community, and you ask to join the community. Soon as I see that you've paid, I'll let you in. And you're in, and there are already videos stocked in there for you. And I'm going to be making more videos today. How phenomenal is that? So you'll get to start seeing them today. And it's going to have the screen shares and everything in there for you. So you can say, well, Delilah told me about that, but I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have it laid out for you. So you can just watch a piece of the video, do it for yourself. Watch a piece of the video, do it for yourself. And you'll be getting that special price of $19.99. And even when the price goes up, you will still remain at that $19.99 forever and ever and ever until you cancel, which you may cancel at any time. There's no contract, which is even better. So, thank you, darlings. I hope you got a lot of information out of this, and everybody has 3 parties lined up by tonight, because I know it's possible, because I've done it a lot. It's actually very easy. Start making some money. You know, be able to quit the job, be able to sit at home, be able to not spend your profits on freebies. Just make some money and be a party star. Okay, honeys, if you got any questions, please send them to me. You know how to find me on Facebook and on Google Plus and on YouTube. So I will talk to you very soon, darlings. Bye.